Hey, today's video I'm going to continue on with my trailer project. I'm going to start doing some work on it. I introduced it a little earlier that I need to put a gate on it and fix the wiring and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm going to cover today. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. And here's the trailer again. If you don't remember the first one, we had what I'd done in a while back was I had some hose. I want to protect the wiring for the lights. So I run that in, and of course that's kind of all just falling apart, and you can see the lights have been broken off. You know, that's trouble when you let somebody borrow them and they do it, and then it's easy to get backed into. So I'm going to do those a little bit differently so they're protected. They were just plastic lights. They don't last very good. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wiring off. Take all this off so there won't be any wiring on it. Won't be able to use it until I get that fixed, but can't use it now because there's no lights on it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'll show you what it looks like once I get done. And then after I get that done, then might take a look at the gate, see what to do with the gate here. I got it sitting around there. The other one was fastened on the other way. If you remember in the other video, up here at this end there was some hinges. Well, it curved, so it wasn't going to line up very well. So after I get the hoses off or the wiring out, I'll get it stripped down where I need to go to, and then start looking at putting the gate on. So let me pause the video and I'll come back once I get the wiring off. Yeah, I got the wire off. This is the old connector. I was looking at it, you know, seeing if I could save this wire, but it's not worth the time or anything to try and save the wire. It's probably not much good anyway. There might be pieces, but I just think wiring, I just do it all up anew instead of using the hose, which worked at the time. I'm going to try and put some kind of a conduit, either a square or round conduit, maybe up underneath on the back side of here or something, so I can have it protected to keep it from getting messed up. But I'm going to get rid of all this, and next step is to try and figure out what I'm going to do. I'm thinking I might use a different connector when it fastens up to the truck, instead of being the 4 connector, one of the 6 or 7 ones, so I can use the same connector without putting an adapter in it. Our truck has a different style adapter, which a lot of the trucks do. So that's kind of where I'm at next. So I'll continue on with the next section once I figure out what I'm going to do for lights. I might have to fix the gate first, just to kind of see what I'm doing with that, get that figured out first. But so I'm going to try and put some of this grating that's down here on the bottom, on the sides, just because it keeps stuff from falling out the side a little bit more, and then so I need to get some of that. So that's kind of the next thing I'm going here. And let me pause this. Thanks for watching along so far, and we'll show you how to get all this done. Hey, a little update. I have the brackets off for the lights. Took them off over here, and you can see the supervisor showed up with her chair to sit down here and watch and give ideas. Mine are always right until she tells me otherwise.
You're right.
Yeah. But I was looking at this one here. This is the part on the trailer that would always be down and hitting on stuff. As you can see, the gate over here, here's where the hinge used to be, right here. It's just a little, I thought about using that, but with this curve on here, it's going to make it a little difficult to get this to fold down flat. So I'm looking at seeing what I can do to get this on. The one thing I'm noticing is the middle of that gate. You can see the gap right in here is little bit more, so either it's kind of warped or something. I may have to do something to straighten that out. As you can see down here, I'm not sure what I'll have to do, but you can see the gap that runs right along here. That one sits flat, so I can't put a hinge on there. If I got too much pressure on it, it's not gonna hold up very well. So not sure what I'm going to do. I may have to weld a piece on the end of it just to make it straight. I may have to cut these back down here. You can see that it sticks up, and I might have to weld a piece on here, heat this up, straighten that out or something. to get that. But that's kind of where I'm at now. It's not a super big gate, but that's my next steps.
It didn't belong to this trailer.
Yeah,
It belonged
and
separate.
yeah, and our neighbors had this. It was on some other trailer, and we didn't have a gate for or a ramp for this, so we bought the ramp, and it wasn't actually intended for this trailer. But you can see it does pretty good. There's a little bit of gap over here, but I think I can do that. I'm not figuring we're gonna be driving anything on this. It'd be mostly make it easier to load stuff because we can climb up. Because if we're going to move like a mower or something, we do have a trailer over here that's a tilt bed trailer that'll tilt back so we can drive vehicles onto that, and then of course a little car dolly. But need to work on that because it's somebody borrowed it one time and tried backing up with a car on them, and that messes them up. You can't back up a tow dolly with a car on it. You have to drop the car because they just don't work very well.
We're going to put fenders on here too, aren't we?
Yeah, we got some fenders. Was going by where my son lives, and here's this box that said free, and there's 2 sets of fenders.
One
So
plastic, one metal.
yeah, one plastic, one metal, and so we'll put one of them on here, and I may take on that other trailer over here that's back here, the tilt one, and put some fenders on that one too. But that's another project for another time. But this one here, we seem to use this one a little bit more. We did use it here about a month ago, but it's gonna be a nice trailer. I'm thinking about how I can put the lights in back here. I'd like to have the lights back here on the back of that, recessed in somewhere, so that I don't have to worry about banging into them. They'll have some kind of protection, maybe fasten it to there and put a something out that, like an angle iron or something, that protects them, or a U channel or something like that, or put another piece of 2x4 tube and recess them inside of there or something just to protect them. And then
The side's twice as high or more?
well, we want to fill this in. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it. I have some angle iron pieces like used on here that I could put in here. I put two or three of them, probably 3 of them in between there, that keeps stuff from falling out. Give us something we can hook to as well, because you can hook around this corner with your strap, but it's not real secure. So that's something I need to do. This is where the spare tire was at, and that's where I'm thinking about putting a box in there just so we can put straps and stuff in that, just keep it in there with it. But that's kind of where we're at now. So I'll stop this video and we'll come back again when I get next one ready. Well, you can see I've got 3 hinges here. I'm going to put one in the middle right here. Put this other one out here on this side, this one over on this side. And in looking at trying to get them leveled up, I noticed this one here goes straight across at the bottom of this angle iron. This is welded up on top of it over here, and that's why there's so much gap here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is probably cut this piece out so I can make it flat, because if it's not flat, then the hinges aren't going to work very well. I got a piece of this steel right here. It's 3 foot long. Was it 3/16 thick? And what I was thinking about doing was going ahead and putting that on back behind here, and then I'll have to cut some of this out, and then I can cut this off. But then I can take the grating and I can cut it off on this piece here, so this piece will fit up flat against here, because these hinges, I can weld them on like this, but if you notice, there's not much room there. I need to get that slid forward. If I slide that forward, I think I can get a good fit here on those hinges. And then what I've done on the lights, we kind of decided a little bit different. I'm not going to put them on the back. I have one of these flush mount tail lights. It has the stop and the turn and the tail light built into them. And what I'm going to do is put me a little box, build me a box around it to protect it. These are flush mount, and mount them down here like this in a box, so they're protected. And if you happen to hit them, they won't be real susceptible like they was up here in the way. You're not going to be having to worry about them when you're strapping stuff down either. That can cause problems too. So that's where I'm at so far. And then I think what I've decided to do is over here on this side here, I have a old hub to mount these on. If you look at a normal tire, you can see that tire over there, all the gap where the brake would normally go. On this one here, the bolt was sticking out, you know, so long to hold it. Well, you have a bolt that far, there's a lot of pressure on the tire bouncing around. So I thought if I can get an old hub, I'll just weld that up there somehow and bolt that on so that I don't have to worry about it bouncing. It's nice and solid, and try and get the same lug nuts too, so I can have extra lug nuts too right on the trailer. So that's where I'm at. Not sure what I'm going to do past that point. I think I'll get that set up, get the gate working, and then work on the next piece. So I've got it all planned out now. I think what I'm going to do. So next videos I'm going to actually be doing showing you what I'm doing on the work. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching so far, and have a good day.